Alright guys, so today I have a bit of a story for you guys. And just warning you guys, if I sound a little sick in this video, I am, so just kind of bear with me here. I apologize if it affects my talking or breathing or just anything of the sort. I just apologize for that in advance. Alright, so this is like a story of where I almost got in a fight with somebody. And I'm sure everybody has had complications with other people in their lifetime, and it may have gotten to the point to where you want to just completely knock the crap out of them, right? Well, this was almost that case. I didn't exactly get into the fight. This is a very truthful story. I'm gonna try to not clickbait this at all or anything like that. I'm just gonna try and tell you guys how it is. Alright, so there was this Christian basketball club. Yes, I am a Christian. I hope none of you are triggered by that. That's just who I am. But there was this Christian basketball club that I would normally sign up for every year. It was from the grades 1 through 5. And this year, this was my last year to do the entire thing, so it was kind of emotional for me, sort of, if that makes any sense. What the fuck? And each year, there's about 4 teams in the league, and you play each team twice. And there was one team that had this one guy, and he was in one grade above the normal, the last, required age limit, right? He was 1 year above everybody. And, I guess he was sort of, friends with, the person in charge or something, so I guess they just let him play for that 1 year. But regardless, I was kind of triggered over it because we lost to this team once. So I remember we won our first game and we won our second game. I've never gone 2-0 at the start of a season in that club, ever. So it was kind of exciting for me. I thought this was finally going to be the year where my entire team goes undefeated. So then the third game rolls around, and of course, this guy that's 1 year above everybody in the league that I was so triggered over, I had to cover him because I was, the tallest kid on our team. And this guy was just so good, and I thought he was faster than me, I thought he was stronger than me, and, I guess it was kind of a mental game that he was playing with me, but it was also very physical, don't get me wrong. So we ended up losing that game, and I got so butthurt, and I just held a grudge against that kid. Because I remember we all lined up to shake hands after the game, say, good game, you did well, and I didn't shake this guy's hand. I was such an asshole to him. And it was supposed to be a Christian club, and you were supposed to show sportsmanship, and, I just didn't have any of it for that guy, because I was so pissed that I wasn't going to go undefeated that year. Then here comes the 6th game, and of course, we gotta play this guy that I'm holding a grudge against. So of course, we're winning from the first quarter to the second quarter, and then at halftime, our coach is just trying to hype us up, be like, yeah guys, we got this. And he's like, Cameron, keep doing what you're doing great. And I was like, thanks coach. And I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh, we're gonna beat this guy, and I'm gonna talk so much trash. And what happened next is, yeah. They ended up completely taking the momentum of this game. It completely shifted. I don't think we scored, but 10 points in, the third and half of the fourth quarter. And I remember, it ended up being tied up at one point. Alright, now, here's what, triggered the fight. So, we have this rule. If you rebound the ball, the other team has to completely get on the other side of the court. If you rebound the ball, they don't want any fights over the ball or anything. And this was a tie game, and then, so it ends up being a tie game, and, we get the rebound, everybody gets bat, and of course, I go down and score, and I thought this was the end. There was 10 seconds left. So they pass the ball in, and they're going down the court, and of course, they go for a shot, I get a rebound, and I'm just like, alright, everybody get back, I'm just gonna hold on to the ball till the game ends. This dude, he reaches in, and he grabs the ball, and it's just a fight for the ball. And I'm just like, referee, are you gonna do anything about this? He's holding onto the ball, and I'm trying to win the game. So, nobody was being done about it, so I completely take this guy who's 3 times my size, I completely flip him over my body. Now, the next few seconds felt like an eternity. I was just sort of zoned in. You just heard the squeaking of the shoes on the ground. Then you had the crowd, and then you had the cheerleaders, and then you had the other players screaming, just get the ball, make the shot. All of that sort of zoned out when I was flipping this guy over my body. So when this guy started getting lifted off the ground, all you heard was complete silence. And the only thing you hear when this guy hits the ground is, and then the referee comes over, he breaks up the fight, he just completely grabs my jersey, throws me off of this guy, and time runs out, we end up winning the game, and both coaches come out, and they just end up, talking to us. They're just like, alright guys, this is supposed to be a friendly, sportsmanlike game, we're not supposed to be fighting. And this guy's just like, yeah, he flipped me over his body, he's not supposed to do that. And I'm just like, you're not following the rules, so that's why I did it. and the referee did nothing about it. So we ended up just having a shouting match back and forth, and like that was just kind of it. They just ended the game. We ended up taking the win, and that was just it. So we ended up walking away, and we ended up shaking hands. I don't think I shook hands with him after the game. So since this was the last game, only a few hours later was gonna be like the ending ceremony for like the People's, what was like its last year or something like that. So we end up going to this thing, and I see him there. And remember how most stories have a happy ending? Well, guess what? I knocked this kid out right where he stood. No, I'm just kidding. What really happened is we just kind of walked up to each other and just like, I'm sorry. It was the heat of the moment. I just was really upset with the loss that we took. And I was just completely honest. And I'm just like, you know, we just gonna have to get over it, you know? He's like, yeah, man, I totally agree. We ended up shaking hands, and I don't think I've ever seen him since. What almost turned into a fist fight, I guess, sort of ended all right. It was just kind of a shouting match, and plus we were kids. It wasn't anything serious. Like, I was in the 5th grade, he was in the 6th grade, and that was it. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for story time. If you guys want more story times, please be sure to let me know that down in the comments. I always appreciate the feedback. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And anyways, that's been it, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace out.